Welcome to Delhi, India's capital territory with a population of almost 33 million. Join us on this episode as we explore the streets and sights of both New and Old Delhi, educating ourselves on the history and the culture as we begin our Indian adventure. So guys, we are finally in India and we are starting in New Delhi.
Delhi's a place that you either love it or you hate it. It's mainly a transit point for tourists that are either going to Agra or Jaipur, so not many people tend to stay here for long. So we've decided to book a tour to get all the main sites done in one day.
We are so excited and we're ready to go have a great day.
Let's get started. We got picked up from our hotel by our driver, and joining us for the day was our guide, Palash.
Namaste.
Palash comes with 10 years guide experience and will be taking us round the sights of Delhi along with some local spots too.
We started the tour by heading to Old Delhi. Along the journey we observed scenes of local life here. We also got to drive past Moti Mahal, the restaurant which interestingly invented the butter chicken. Our first stop of the day was to visit our first Mughal construction, the Jama Masjid. Visitor tickets here cost us 300 rupees. The Jama Masjid is Delhi's primary mosque and it's one of the largest mosques in India. To put its size into perspective, it's large enough to accommodate 25,000 people at once. The mosque was constructed using red sandstone and marble, which seemed to be a common theme for architecture during the Mughal Empire. The two minarets at either side of the mosque stand at 40 metres high and were used to announce the call to prayer. Inside the mosque was equally as impressive, with beautiful symmetrical arches and marble floors. Jama Masjid served as a royal mosque until around 1857, and it was interesting to see the individual marked out spaces of where the royal men used to pray.
Next up, it was time to explore the streets of Old Delhi. We set off on foot to join our rickshaw driver who was waiting to take us around Chandi Chowk. En route, we were approached by a number of children begging here. Though heartbreaking, we were advised on this occasion to ignore them and keep walking.
Old Delhi is a 400-year-old city which was never built to work in the 21st century. With its narrow streets, the easiest way to get around is either on foot or by rickshaw. You'll notice the old buildings here are still the original structures which have been converted into shops and markets.
What an experience this actually is, going through narrow streets.
This is so fun!
Yeah, so I believe we're going to head and try and get some Masala Chai. Never tried it before, so that would be great.
So masala translates to spicy, chai tea, so spicy tea.
Masala Chai.
Masala chai.
Wow, that's really sweet.
Wow.
That's really good.
That's not actually what I was expecting it to taste like at all. That's really good. Cinnamon.
I've got some lemon in there as well.
Really good.
Wow. Just heading to a spice market now and we're already getting into the depths of Old Delhi. This is crazy, it's so alive. You can almost feel the energy that's coming from this place. The colours, the smells, the sights, the sounds. This is incredible.
This is just crazy. This is a crazy place. The smell of spice in the air. It's just like walking through the bazaars. It's just so good to be here.
Another good thing about being here in Delhi is that size doesn't matter. Here we've got two shops that are in one space. So above we've got a normal shop and then below we've got a shop selling Masala Chai. The Indian term for this is jugaad, which means to make it work, so our guide said. And they really are making it work here.
So what we're actually walking around here is a 300-year-old building that's been converted into the spice market. Now, a lot of people actually live here as well because it's convenient for work.
So this is black cardamom. This is flower of nutmeg. We use in biryani and rice.
So Palash has taken us to a surprise location now. Apparently a lot of Bollywood movies have been filmed in this area.
This site is a historic stepwell. You can find stepwells all over India, most of which are abandoned, although some have been restored by the government, like this one.
Palash then took us to see the operation of a local laundry site.
So this apparently is a place where a lot of hotels send all the laundry and the bedding to get done, and these people do a hell of a lot of laundry in a day.
You won't find a single washing machine here. Clothes are washed in large bathtubs and then scrubbed by hand. Once washed, the excess water is then squeezed from the laundry before heading to its final stage where it's hung out to dry in the drying area.
This stop is one that's quite exciting for me because we're actually visiting the world's second largest food kitchen. Now this kitchen feeds approximately 50,000 people per day and sometimes over as well. So it's going to be interesting for us to see exactly what goes on behind the scenes, to see how they make so many meals for those in need.
You can tell John's clearly never worn a bandana before.
I'm doing it right. We're doing it right, yeah? Does it look okay?
Perfect.
Okay, so now that we've got the appropriate headgear on, we are just heading to the kitchen now. I've never been in a kitchen like this before. The manpower behind all the meals that are flying out of the kitchen and the tanks of food to cook in, it's just insane. I've never seen anything like it. The reason this kitchen runs like clockwork is down to the organisation of the people who run it. Each person has their own designated role, from cutting onions to loading the serving buckets. It's so fascinating to watch how fast-paced the whole process is from start to finish, even down to the people who wash the pots at the end of every sitting. Without them, the next sitting wouldn't be possible. I helped play my part when I was invited to help roll out some chapatis. Food prepared, it was now time to watch the next sitting be served.
So the people outside are waiting for their turn to eat now, so everyone is just clearing up in here, and wow, this place just works so well, and what an important asset to the community it actually is. There's so much order here as hundreds of people enter the room and immediately take their place on the floor in perfect rows. The diners include tourists, local people and the homeless, all of who are considered equal. Servings of food here are unlimited on the agreement that no food should go to waste. All staff who work here are volunteers who give up their free time to help their local community, and all of which do an amazing job. Donations are greatly appreciated here to contribute towards the upkeep and the running of the temple and kitchen, whether by cash donations or supplies.
So our next stop is going to be the India Gate. Standing at 42 metres, the India Gate is a war memorial that was built to remember the 84,000 soldiers of the British Indian Army who sadly died during the First World War. If you look closely, you can also see the names of over 13,000 servicemen, including some of those from the UK which have been carved into the monument. I feel like celebrities, everyone here just wants a picture with us. Today I think we've had like 5 pictures minimum in the space of about 3 hours.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Our last stop is the Lotus Temple. This is one of Delhi's more recent constructions, built in 1986, and is a Baha'i house of worship. It stands at 34 metres tall and composed of 27 freestanding marble-clad petals. Like all Baha'i houses of worship, the Lotus Temple is open to all, regardless of religion. Visitor entry here is free.
Sadly, that's the end of our Delhi tour, but we hope you found this guide useful to help plan your visit. Join us next time where we'll be heading to Agra to see one of the 7 wonders of the world, the Taj Mahal. A special thanks this week to Joanne for supporting us by donating via our PayPal link, and if you'd like to do the same, you can find our link in the description of this video.
As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe for future videos.